Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I could barely even finish my sentence. I'm so excited for this video. You could probably see him creeping into the frame now. Wanted to introduce everyone to my new puppy. He is the cutest toy poodle. His name is Mason. He's about 3 months old right now. He's literally like 5-6 pounds. He's not expected to be any more than 10. Again, he is toy size, and he won't be much taller than what he is now. But before I get started, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I am sitting a little bit to the side so I can try to do some like pop-ups and stuff of just some things that I have gotten for Mason, or some clips of Mason just live in action. But I'm so excited. I have been wanting a dog for so long, but now look at me making it happen. And here we are, and it's like the best thing I've ever done for myself. And if you want it bad enough, you will make it work, and that's with anything. So anyway, I'm done rambling on and on. You guys are here for the good stuff, aka Mason. So he's here now, like in his bed, and you can see we have like pee pads all over the apartment. And two, I guess to preface this, like I live in a small space. I am in a 1-bedroom apartment. So I will say the downside is having to take him like outside, and having to go like down the elevator, up the elevator. That's like the inconvenience of not having a house, or, you know, being on like the first floor. We can just let him out to your backyard or whatever. But so this is Mason. Mason, say hi. Mason's acting a little camera shy. He knows he's a star. But this is little Mason. Yeah, I'm filming this on the floor today so that I could be kind of on ground level with him, and so that he can be in frame and feel comfortable, because I don't want to be in my room right now, because he actually cannot go in my room right now. He's only able to go to the living room. And I made a list here of things because I didn't want to forget anything of like what to go over. And like I said, you probably haven't noticed, I'm a first-time dog mom. And even with that, I got a puppy, which is like double whammy, you know, first time, and I got a puppy, which obviously everyone knows, like the puppy stages are the hardest. I'm like, I wish I could get him just, actually I'm gonna put this a little far back so you guys could also see Mason. Okay, but yeah, so first time dog mom, and I got a puppy. I got Mason when he was about 2 months, about 8 weeks. He was born October 15th, and I got him the top of the year. It's been so much fun. Like, he is just the cutest bundle of joy. So basically, like I said, 3 months, he won't be any bigger than 10 pounds. Right now he's probably at about 5 pounds, and I'll get into like the eating and stuff too, because that's like really tricky, just figuring out everything. It's like a kid, you know, you're just trying to kind of guess their needs and read everything. But he's such a character, super calm, chill, but still like has that kind of fun, silly personality about him, which is amazing. Poodles, I've always wanted just like a small, cute little dog, and poodles too, which has been very helpful, I think, for me in like the training and just getting him adapted to everything. Poodles are said to be the second most intelligent breed. So that definitely helps, and something to think about if you are wanting to get a dog and you maybe want to make it easier for yourself, or, you know, whatever that may be. He now knows his name, which I would say it probably took him, I mean, I wasn't too focused on like rewarding him for his name in the very beginning. I was just trying to get him to know me and to bond with me, and that was super important in the first like 48 to 72 hours, is just him warming up. Like, obviously this is a totally new environment. We took him out of his, you know, his home, took away from his mom, and he got plummeted here in this random place with these random strangers. So definitely like the first 48 72 hours was really honing in on just like a lot of love, cuddling, affection, him knowing that like I am a safe place, but also at the same time, which this was hard for me in the first like 48 hours, was equally asserting my dominance, because you know, and he's gonna have a little bit of anxiety and nerves. He also needs a really good leader, and if you don't assert your dominance, then they'll try to assert their dominance over you or think that they'll just take lead. So it was really important that I established like boundaries, my dominance, and like I'm your mom, so that he listens and wants to follow a good leader. So that was really important for me to do in the first like 48 hours of just like establishing all of that, you know? So, okay, the first night I didn't have like anything. I literally went up to Santa Barbara to like see the dogs, and I knew there was a very big chance that I'm just gonna drive off the lot with one of them. And I did, so I didn't have anything. And so we ended up going to PetSmart after I had the dog, and kind of catching up to speed there. So definitely maybe do a little bit more planning on the back end in hindsight, but we made it work. Puppies don't need a lot in the beginning. Like I'm very extra, and so I like to spoil them with like amenities and things and like get him nice stuff. But in the beginning, those first week, he does not need anything but place to sleep, some food, and some toys, and that's pretty much it. Like, but the things I've gotten him so far, so as you can't see in the frame, but I'm gonna post a picture of all of this stuff and link it in the description box. I got him this crate. I just bought it from PetSmart. It's this kind of, what do you call this material? But those kind of like metal crates. It's literally just standard. It's the small size. It's enough. He's really small, but it's enough for him to turn around. He has a lot of space. Like he literally can play in his crate because he's so tiny. But it's snug enough too for his size. Like I said, he's not going to grow that much. So unlike some people where I know they will have to buy a crate smaller for them as a puppy and then they're going to outgrow that and then they have to get a larger crate, I don't really foresee him needing a new crate in the future, unless I just wanted to upgrade it for like style preference or like aesthetic or just, you know, whatever. But besides that, he really should be able to fit in this crate nice and snug. I made the crate really cozy, and the lady I got the dog from, she sent me home too with a blanket that smelled like his mom and his litter. And literally the first night, as soon as I set him down, I put the blanket underneath him, which was a very big mistake, and he peed on it. So, you know, I will take credit for that. You know, I can't fault him for just peeing on the blanket, but I didn't really get that transitional experience of having the litter mom blanket to kind of help him in his first few nights sleeping alone in a new place. But anyway, I'll get into more of that. So things I've gotten him so far, crate, blankets, like I said, to make the crate more comfortable. And then I also have a blanket that I put like in his bag when I'm on the go. Like I said, she gave a bunch of stuff with the dog, which was like so top tier. That's why I literally didn't need anything like for a couple nights. Like she gave me food, everything. But she gave him a bunch of toys. I've only bought him one other toy that is super popular and is said to really help with like anxiety and separation and all of that, is this snuggle animal that I'll have here. And it has like a battery operated heartbeat, and then it comes with a what are those things called, hand warmers that you put inside to help heat it up, and it's supposed to kind of give that feel of like a live warm body. You know, they like to sleep like under their mom and feel very snug. And poodles, at least like this little puppy, he loves to like find crevices and be burrowed in something. So I tried to get him that to help. Definitely, you can see what he's playing with right now. This lamb right here is his favorite by far. Mixed reviews on like the snuggle animal with him. It has thousands and thousands of raving reviews though. It's super popular. You can just get it off of Amazon. I need to replace the battery so that I can do the heartbeat again, and I'm gonna put it back. Okay, so yeah, toys. Got him the snuggle pet for anxiety TBD on if it really helped. I got him this portable water bottle, super clutch, 10 out of 10. It is like so easygoing, so like non-spill, it just works. 10 out of 10. Like, I definitely recommend. It is, I literally just keep it in his to-go bag. That way I always have it on me when I'm just like headed out or I'm going on a walk or whatever. Super necessary. Definitely need your dog to be hydrated. I got him grooming wipes. I got him these wipes off of Amazon, and I'm really big on just being clean. So what I do with him, every time I bring him back inside from going to the bathroom or a walk, I wipe him down. I wipe down his paws, wipe down his like sanitary areas, wipe his face and his mouth, and have kind of just been training him to be used to that, because yeah, you're not gonna be roaming around my house all dirty, just tracking and stuff. And it helps the dog. Like, you want your puppy to be clean and feel clean, and so you never know what they're getting into outside and then bringing in, and I don't want him sleeping on that or just sitting in that or being in discomfort. So yeah. Then we got him some treats. Like I said, the food, treats, with anything, it really is some just trial and error. You learning your dog, figuring out what they like. I don't think, like I said, we got the treats on a whim at PetSmart, just trying to grab a bunch of things. He's not really like obsessed with the treats, so we're definitely going to try to find some different ones. I'll still put what I put. I think they were like the Blue brand, which I've also heard like controversial reviews about from like locals and like my neighbors. Even one of my neighbors, she was like, don't give him the Blue brand. So poor Mason, he probably was getting like the peasant treats and I didn't even know. Then I got obviously like doggy bowls. They just sit right here. I took the food one out because we're having him on a really strict eating plan right now. And then I got the pee pads. With the pee pads are super necessary, super clutch. He's actually does really well on, if he is going to go to the bathroom in the house, going on a pee pad. We've only had a couple of times where there's been some low errors, but besides that, he's actually picked up on that really fast to go to the pee pads. Well, excuse us. Jeez Louise. He found the sweet spot. Also, with the pee pads, I tried this grass patch and I put it indoors. It literally is like real grass and it smells like it, and it's not the most pleasant to have inside. So I think I'm going to have it out on the balcony next time. And I also just don't really know like how often you're supposed to rotate. It's not his favorite, but like I said, it could be confusing because I have it inside. So he's normally used to like, oh my God, the grass outside. So Mason, you're making so much noise. Can't even make my video. He clearly wants to speak. You don't like me talking about you? Anyway. Yeah, but okay, so that's pretty much everything I've gotten him. Oh, and then I went and got a harness and a leash from the brand Wild One. I love their aesthetic, love just like their brand. It's very cute. And like I said, it's just the aesthetic is very clean and just like looks really good. They have a ton of colors for all their stuff. And it's cool too because you could match across, like have a matching harness, leash, bag, poop bag, all of that. Oh, poop bag too. I got some portable ones with this brand as well. Super cute. I didn't have him like on a leash the first few weeks, and now we're trying to really introduce like the leash and him walking more. I definitely would say start the leash training early because he's having a little bit of a rough time adjusting to it. He doesn't really like that he has a leash on it. I mean, I know he'll pick up on it. We just have to keep at it. We got him this bed that he's in right here, and I let this, he loves this thing, and it's literally like one of his safe places outside of the crate. But I try to put this away towards the end of the day so that he knows like you go to bed in your crate, and not that this is always available. Like this is cool to hang out during the day when we're around and all that stuff. But I also just reintroduced this because for the first couple of weeks when I really needed him to love the crate and that was my focus, I didn't have the bed option because he always wanted to be there rather than in the crate. So I had to remove this option so that he kind of knew like the crate is my place of being. That's my safe place. That's where I sleep. So don't always rely on this little bed here. This bed can come and go, okay? Next, just training and lifestyle and how all of that's been going. So I have been training him with the pee pads, obviously in the house for the times that we just don't make it a time outside with him, or he really needs to go, or we just like don't read the signals and he kind of can find his way in the house and use the pee pads. But we have heavily been training him too to go outside and use the bathroom, and he kind of knows that's when and where he goes to the bathroom and feels most comfortable. I'm gonna try to get more of like the grass patch things and try that out. I had seen another girl too on TikTok who said she had been trying that because apartment living can be difficult when you have to go up and down, up and down, up and down, and sometimes you just can't. So she said she puts these out on her balcony, and I have a balcony and I have the space for it. So I'm like, I too want to try that and just see how it goes. Like I said, it wasn't working too well when I had the grass patch inside. I also, like, it's such real grass, and then him using the bathroom on it, it's like, just smells like outside inside, and I'm not a fan of that. So gonna retry that, but take it outside on the balcony and then see how he does. I have to take away the lamp for a second because we'll just never hear myself in this video. Crate training. And I will say too, this is, and like hopefully this is helping, this video is helping someone, because there's so much information out there. And I think that was also something in the beginning that's a little bit just kind of like, where do I start? Who do I listen to? Who is giving me like good information? Like, because there's just so much of it. And I know a lot of people are controversial in the crate. Where to put the crate? Should you put it in the bedroom with you? Should I put it like in the living room? Should you put it across the house? Do you ignore him when he whines? Do you cater to him? Like, there's just so many things. Where I got him from, the lady was very old school, and like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I had a little old school training and beliefs in me. And the crate though, in the first 48 hours, again, like that 48-hour period, sweet spot, and he was not having it with the crate. I was doing a lot of positive reinforcement. I used treats to lead him in, and throughout the day I'd really try to start prepping the crate as like a safe place, a happy place, a rewarding place, so that it would kind of ease having to sleep in it with a crate closed all night. Like I said, he would go in it, he'd still be hesitant, and then that'd start to grow on him, but he was not happy about it closing, and then obviously having to just be there the whole night. The first couple nights I slept on my couch because I have the crate in my living room. First couple nights he was just so whiny. He definitely needed me to at least be in sight. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died, and Mason is just having a ball playing with his toys. I learned very quickly that although it sucks, and like there's some controversy out there on this because I've seen it on TikTok, because some people think it's just so old school to let them whine in the crate, but I just had to ignore him, and like that was rough. And like I said, the first night I caved and I would let him out because I also too didn't know, I mean, he's a puppy, so he can't hold his bladder for long, so I also didn't know if he was whining because he didn't like it or if he was actually whining because he needs to go to the bathroom. So it was just a lot, but I learned to quickly ignore it, and he actually like doing the work throughout the day and really making it a safe place and like a positive place, he then quickly would start to like go in the crate on his own throughout the day, hang out, get his toys, bring him in there, bring him out of there. Now we're at a place where he can sleep throughout the night in his crate, and we close it on him. And I go to sleep in my bedroom, because that was one thing that the lady I got him from was like, if you want your sleep, you better make sure that he knows like the whining is not going to get him out. He needs to be comfortable in the crate. I also didn't want him to be dependent on he needs to be with me or see me to go to sleep. And that's why, one, I didn't put the crate in my room, because I value my sleep. And I also want him to be comfortable and safe and not be so dependent on me to be able to do like the basics like sleep. Like I said, after those first like 48, 72 hours, it became a lot easier. Now he can sleep throughout the night. He normally will wake up around like 6 in the morning, which is typical, and he definitely has to go potty immediately. And if I can't make it outside, I'll put him on the grass patch or put him on the pee pad, and then he'll handle his business. But yeah, the crate is, a lot of people were like, good luck, because that is one of like your biggest tasks, but it's so important to hone in on like super early and to just be like really firm with it. Another thing that we've been working with him, because I don't have a playpen, but also my apartment's not that big. And this is also something that I've been implementing in training, was like boundaries of where you can and cannot go. So right now, when I first got him, he was able to go like throughout the living room and in the kitchen. But now I've cut it down to just the living room. Where he's going. Mason, come here. He just comes squirreling. See, that's a good thing. He knows his name. But I think that also too just comes with him like bonding with you. And people always say like with poodles, in those, like I was saying, those first 3 days, show him a lot of love, show him that like, you know, you're his owner, you care for him, you're his mom, you're his dad, whatever it may be, because then they'll want to please you. Once they know that you're a good leader and that you are the head of the pack, they love to please, you know, their owners. And so that makes everything a lot easier, because he'll want to follow. He might not get it because he's a puppy right away, but he does really want to please you and like make you happy and like be obedient to the best of his ability. But so yeah, I originally had him going in the kitchen, but then with cooking and everything and him being so small, I would literally turn around and he'd just be like right there. I'm stepping all over him, or he's like trying to pick up the did you just eat something? Or he would try to like pick up bites, you know. So I was just like, no, you're only in the living room. He cannot go in my room right now. He cannot go in the bathroom. And this is all because, one, the bathroom is not necessarily the safest. I always have stuff. I'm doing my hair, I'm doing whatever. Like there's just too much on the floors, like a bunch of hair sometimes. And then with my room, like again, like it's not puppy proof. Down the road, he can have a bunch of freedom now that he knows, and like I can trust him to on his own and not so like closely supervised behave, know where and what you can't do. And then, you know, obviously just like more freedom comes down the road. Right now he needs a lot of structure and routine, and he's still learning the ropes. He's a puppy and they get into things and it just, yeah. Something else that I've been doing that is so important, and this could fall again, like this could rank differently in other people's priority lists when it comes to a new puppy, but for me, I do not want a dog that just barks and yaps at everyone and anything and any dog. Like, so it's super important for me that my dog is super well socialized, and that's something that I have started and I have been doing a lot. I'll take him to the nail salon with me. He goes with me in the car. We'll go to the coffee shop so he can just see people. We'll go to the grocery store, whatever. We'll just be in public spaces. Also, he's so adorable, so he draws a lot of attention. And I just want him to be comfortable with like not barking at other dogs. Like, so right now, and I'm just praying that this stays, is like he can see other dogs, and as long as that other dog is not OD, he's not being crazy, he's chill with other humans. I've also heard a lot of people say they wish they'd done sooner of just them being used to going in and out the car, traveling, socialized, all of those things. Now is the time to just ingrain everything in him. Also with that, like he just got his first bath yesterday, and he learned really quickly, and he calmed down by like the farther tail of the session. But in the beginning he was so scared, nervous, just a little wreck. My poor heart. But things like that, like in this stage, it's so just like important to get them accustomed to so many things I'm learning. I need to do a better job of like, there's just so many things other to focus on, so it's kind of hard to keep up with everything sometimes. But even that, like brushing his hair and all of that, little things that he has to get accustomed to that take time, things that I could do to like help on my end. Also, he has like this great coat of fur, or I guess, I don't know, technically poodles don't have fur, they have hair. I don't really know the difference, but that's something different about them. They're also like hyperallergenic, so they're not shedding. But so yeah, I definitely am all here for like keeping up with his coat, not so that it's matted. I still need to take him down a little bit and do a little bit more grooming, but after the 2 hours, like he did so well towards the end. Like towards the end, he was chilling. Like he was just laying there relaxing while the lady did her thing. Night and day versus when he first got there. He thought that the world was ending. Like, let him tell you, he for sure was like, oh, my world's over right now. The food has been, I will say, like trial and error. I was putting him on this kibble, and again, there's just so many opinions. And like even this lady I was talking to yesterday, she was like, take him off the kibble. She was like, I cook my dog all of his meals, which I'm all here for. And at first, I think it was just because he was in a new environment, he needed to get like, you know, adjust to just this new place. He wasn't eating that much. And then I started just boiling plain chicken breasts and making that a part of his meals. And boy, he would scarf it down. But then I didn't know, because obviously once you get something, then you don't want anything that's below that. So I had to wean him off that, and I just basically started putting like a little water in his kibble to make it a little bit more flavorful, let those juices sink in. And he was really liking that. Now he's not really liking that much, but I think I am going to wean him off the kibble. I just need to make sure, as long as he's getting like his proper nutrients, his vitamins, I am going to rebuy him his vitamins that I can feed him with his food, then I don't mind. Like I do want him to have like a top tier diet. I hear that the diet is really, I mean, like humans, the diet's really important for like his growth, his health, all of that. So I'm definitely down to do whatever. Like I said, I was boiling chicken breast for him breakfast and lunch, and he was eating, and he like gained some good weight because he was really skinny. But like I said, then he got spoiled. So I was like, hold on, because if we're not going to keep doing this, then I need you to also like your kibble. It is just like a bunch of trial and error. Like it is a bunch of trial and error, but he has been so much fun. He's the cutest. He literally, I haven't done too much like command training. He knows his name. He knows how to sit. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I've been kind of training him to go to his crate. He knows what the crate is. And then I've also now been trying to train him as like, when I open the crate, you don't just run out. Like you need to stay there and wait for me to say, come on. I haven't done too much of like the tricks and the commands. He knows the basics. But yeah, but basically just trying to like really get in everything. Like I just want him to be very successful and live a great dog life. So I just need him to know how to act very early on in life. But he's great. Like he's literally just here chilling. That's another thing too. Puppies will have like spouts of energy and they go like crazy, they're running around, and then they're like sleep for the next 2 hours. Like he sleeps a lot. I'm like, is life lifing? Like, it's not that serious, it's not that hard, trust me. But you would think that he had a 9 to 5. Like, this boy sleeps. So I love that he's just like mellow, can chill. And like I said, it's been so easy for us to just like go out, go to the park, go to the nail salon. Like, I can bring him anywhere and I just know that like he'll be fine, especially like on a noise thing. Like, he's not gonna start barking and doing all of that, which is huge, because he's already so small, so he's not really like an inconvenience to take anywhere. But the noise thing, like, no one wants to hear a noisy dog. That's when they become like, okay, here's all the attention on the dog and now the dog's being like disruptive, you know? But yeah, that really has just been like my experience thus far. Like I said, it's a lot of work, but it's a fun challenge, and it's so much fun because you get to see the results of just your guys' growth and training and your bond and just everything, you know? Like, now him just knowing his name so well is like amazing, because the first couple of days I would say that name and I mean, it could have been Stephanie, Jill, anything, because he would just trot on about his business and not pay me any mind when I'm trying to name him. So if you guys have any questions, comments, tips, please put them in the comment section below, because I'll answer anything. I'm so open with my journey with this pup. Any tips, game, knowledge you can put me on, please. Like, I just received a booklet on a bunch of information to help in my training with him and everything, and I'm just like so eager to learn and really make sure that I'm doing my due diligence as a dog mom. So I take this role very seriously. But it's so cute too now, because I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is he gonna like me? I don't know. And now he is just attached to my hip. Like, I move, he moves. Well, like I said, if you guys have anything, please put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video. If you guys want to see more content surrounding Mason and his life, please let me know as well. Super excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Mason, do you want to say bye? He's so tired. He's so tired. Say hi, baby. Hi. Hi. He's so cute. He's so tired right now, even though he's about to eat in like 20 minutes. So we caught him on the down. You guys don't get to see him when he is running around here like a headless chicken. But anyway, yeah, if you guys want to see more, if you have any other questions about Mason, please let me know in the comments, or about my journey, or just tips, knowledge, whatever. Please give them. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mason, say bye. Are you gonna say bye?